field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Cooper on the return.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Mayfield on first down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
We're in Baltimore. Third quarter action, 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Escaping the pressure right. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Off-play action. Bledsoe eluding the pressure right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Bledsoe. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. So this, Charles, a tight game through the first 2 quarters, but they've come out in this second half and really took the fight to them.
And you and I both know that in the locker room at halftime, both sides' head coaches emphasize the first 5 minutes of the second half, getting out and establishing yourselves. One team has definitely done that.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Now Mayfield.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Now Mayfield.
It's caught. Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset.
Now second down and a few inches. Mayfield. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Mayfield to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Mayfield. He gets it underneath to Hall.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
2nd and 6 coming up. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete to Dotson.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Now Mayfield.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Here's Baker.
That is incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And now we've got a one-score game and at least a little light at the end of the tunnel.
Is that what we call a glimmer of hope?
Glimmer of hope.
Because they've got to get an onside kick and then find their way into the end zone before time expires. Glimmer, or what's less than a glimmer?
I don't know. You're the one that knows all the big words. A sparkle? A sparkle.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we're going with.
So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
And if it wasn't over before, it is now. Looking for that one final first down. They got it and then some. And if they play things right from here on out, that should just about assure them a victory.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
And so they run it in on the two-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about, from the offense's perspective, what you do on the two-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the two-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2.
Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose. But you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And just like that, another ultimate challenge has been defeated. Savor the victory, if only for a moment, because you know there's always another challenge right around the corner. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Jackson going to keep it running right. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here now, 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Play action. Now Jackson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. On play action, they'll throw. They'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Open man is Barner, the tight end. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense, because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here we go. This is 4th down. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he is going to have a Ravens first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flush to his right.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. What can they draw up now? Time to find out on a 3rd and 8. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give him the advantage.
Dancing to his left. Keeps him, and he is into the end zone. The conversion attempt is good, and that'll give him an 8-point lead here in the 4th. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 8-0, under a minute 20 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Jackson to throw. St. Brown on the catch. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now Jackson. He'll go right back to St. Brown. Here comes second down. Jackson. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 36. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here's Jackson. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Jackson. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion. Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. One last shot for Jackson. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And we have free football. Overtime, here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should.
So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense. And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 3. Jackson options out left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
This now a 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Ravens send their punter out now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
Throwing, Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up.